we started dating in July of 01 and then got married the same day in July of 02. So we've been married almost 9 years. And one of the interesting things is I am an on-the-go person. I like to be out all the time, and he's a homebody. So he always says it's kind of funny, the one that likes to be out and about can't drive, and the one that would rather stay home and play video games has to be the driver.
Yeah.
So
that makes it fun. One big thing I just have to remember is just keep things where they're supposed to be. Don't go moving things. I get yelled at for that a lot.
When we lived in Denton, we were in a Weight Watchers group, and for whatever reason we couldn't go to the meeting that we usually went to, so we went on a different night. And we were signing in and getting all of our stuff, and the group leader comes out and she goes, "Sir, you are just the sweetest person for taking such good care of her. She needs somebody like you to take care of everything for her." And we just grabbed our stuff and left. We didn't even stay. I mean, those are kind of some of the things that we've run into.
I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people expect me to talk for her, and I'm like, she's perfectly capable of talking for herself. You know, she's better talking for herself than I am for talking for me. So
I end up talking for everyone.
Yes, that's right.
But it'd be interesting to see when we have lunch here in a second how the ordering happens. Most of the time, they don't look at me; they'll look at him or whoever I'm with. We've had times when I've paid for something myself, and then they'll give the change to him. As far as between us, I think more is what you're looking for too. We don't really butt heads. I mean, we have our little disagreements and things, but we've never had huge knockdown, drag out fights, because I think he for the most part knew what he was getting into. He had a girlfriend before in a wheelchair, so he had some experience in relationships with people with disabilities. From a family perspective, I don't think his family was expecting a blind person to be as assertive as I am. Would you say?
No, I don't think they were. No.
For instance, with our wedding registry, we had just registered at Target because a lot of the stuff we'd come in with, the kitchen supplies and things. So we just registered for a lot of basic stuff. And his mom was like, "Wow, somebody should probably take her shopping." And that hurt my feelings, meaning I don't have any idea of all the stuff that's out there, when in reality is we already had all that stuff. Since I've been blind since birth, there's not been any sort of adjustment period, and me being very open to questions. Now it could be with other couples that it's not as simpatico, and even though one spouse might think that they're ready and know what they're getting into, I'm a counselor with Division for Blind Services, so I've run across that a lot. A spouse or a parent in a relationship might think, have certain ideas of how things are supposed to happen and shelter the other party who has a visual impairment or a disability. But with us, it's really not an issue, other than the whole working out all the driving and transportation stuff.
I mean, the biggest thing really has been having to move for her job more than mine, because I can drive, I still work in Dallas, even though we live in Fort Worth, and, so now I've got the long commute, she doesn't, but, it's just something you have to deal with, those little things like that.